Okay, so we should be live with audio and video now.
Welcome to the world.
Yes, welcome to the world.
In San Diego, and the trees are blooming over here, getting greener and greener. I guess it's autumn. I guess I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, although it's hard to tell in San Diego.
It is. Everything is so beautiful here as it grows, and what a beautiful sunny day we have today.
You were saying you've lived in San Diego how long now?
9 years.
Ooh, you're like a local.
I love it. That Bronco coat is what you gave me when I first came here for Christmas.
And
they won last night, so I wear my coat.
All right, so you got your Broncos coat, and I noticed you got your orange shirt on as well.
Sure, and I go for the Chargers, and I go for the Broncos, and I knew the coach. I knew two players in the Broncos. In fact, I baptized one of them. He had a great big neck. You could hardly get a baptismal robe around him. And I married him to a very wonderful daughter of a coach from Grand Junction. But the marriage didn't work. Too much money. Football players make so much money.
That's why I don't do it. Too much money if I was a professional football player.
Oh, it messes up their morals and everything else. But anyway, for Christmas, you and your brother went around and found this for me. And so they're still in the game. I'll always remember inviting the Bronco team down to our Kiwanis Club. And as we sat there, I was sitting next to the owner of the club at that time. Mm-hmm. And he said, "What in the dickens?" Now, this is in 1958.
Well, that would explain why he said, "What in the dickens?"
What in the dickens do these coaches want with a computer?
Really?
What's computer got to do with football? And we argued, but now, as I watched the game last night in the rain and the sleet, I noticed that our coach there, this wonderful guy, he most of the time just looking at the charts and deciding how he's going to keep up with this team that won last year and they lost last night, the Broncos. See, football is America's great religion. You knew that.
How do you figure?
More people go to football games than go to church.
It's interesting how that is, you know?
It's Americana. It's Americana.
People feel very passionate about their sports teams.
Oh my, indeed they do. But I watched them last night, so I wore that today, and I'll be rooting for the Chargers next week. But football's taken over, and of course Monday night I always like.
Yeah, give a little football fix. Well, it's the modern day gladiators.
That's right. Now that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's interesting in the modern world when we become a culture or a society where the physical body becomes less and less important.
Yes.
Where we interact through computers, and so much of is machines, and so much of the powerful people in the world are not the ones who are physically powerful, but they're the ones who have intelligence and who can have often resources.
That's right.
So it's interesting that then we still somewhere deep inside us we have a need to identify with strong physical warriors, gladiators, and so you're right. It's our church. We go and root for the home team.
It's in our psyche, something we do that makes us get excited. And your uncles do. Jim, John, David just yells. He gets all excited, and I do too. It's fun. Let yourself go. That's what they do. It's sort of let out the inner yelling of the animal within you.
It's I think that's one of the neatest things about sports is that it's especially when people are playing it. It's one of the few times when people really kind of get in touch with their primal side. Try as hard as you can to do something, because most of the time we go through our days and we may exert ourselves, but we don't really give a ha.
That's right.
Like sports people do, and I think that's what we respond to.
Well, there's value in that. There was a whole psychology, and you majored in psychology, whole development of what they call scream psychology.
Yeah, right, scream therapy.
Yeah, scream therapy.